Hey everyone, it's me Brandon. I'm back again with more from my collection. However, today is going to be a little bit different. There's no top 10 list with this. There's really not a lot of gameplay to show with you, but what I do have to show you is probably the best thing that you can get for your Atari. Now, if you were like me a few years ago and you had a game console, but you did not have the money to spend for a lot of games out there, or maybe you have not so much room to store games, I would highly suggest a flash cart. Now, I bought this. It was just a PCB that I bought off of AliExpress. I trimmed the cartridge. I took apart. I believe this was, if I remember, this was football. I had like multiple copies of football, so I just took apart the cartridge, sacrificed the cartridge for it, and but it boots up nice to a menu. It has an SD card. And the nice thing about this is not only you can play like a bunch of homebrew, which I have a few homebrew games I want to showcase, but I'll take the camera over here to the side here. And the biggest thing I like about this is that I can dump my ROMs and keep my ROMs on one cartridge. And instead of having to drag out my box of games, which if you can see is actually layered in here. So let me take out like my cassette games. Like I have it jam packed in here full of games. So what you don't know and what you don't see is that when I do play a game console or something like that, I don't necessarily like have things out and ready to be plugged in. I grab a console or say, let me lower the stick. I grab a computer, like from down here, I have a few computers. I grab a console, I grab a computer, and then I set everything up. I'll play that for maybe like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, and then I'll box everything back up and stick it up. So, like, for example, right here, this is mostly like Generation 3 type stuff. I got some PlayStation 1 games here. I got Super Nintendo and Super Famicom here. Here's like some computer stuff. Like I have the VTech Socrates like thing, but it's for the IQ Unlimited computer. I have the Mattel Aquarius stuff and television, Coleco, and like back here. I mean, like I stack everything up. And this is really the only way that I can like maintain like having all my collection. I don't have everything out to display. So I highly recommend for anybody's collection, like if you're like me and you just don't have a lot of room to display things out to readily availably grab stuff and you have things in boxes, I highly recommend a flash cart. But a couple of the games that I would like to take a look at with you would be Halo 2600. It was actually more of a demake of Halo and surprisingly really fun. You can occasionally find the game in print, or you can go online, find a ROM. I'm not the one to tell you how to do things, but you can find the game in print, dump the ROM yourself, load it on. But it's a really fun homebrew title. Atari OS is an interesting one I found because it's almost as if the Atari was a modern PC. You have like a desktop, you open it up, and you play Pong. And I thought that was really interesting, really neat. It kind of caught my eye. It tickled my fancy, you could say. The last homebrew game I want to talk about is Amoeba Jump. I actually really enjoy this game, and I highly recommend you to go buy the cartridge from Atari Age. It's like $30, I think. I highly recommend buying it. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. There's also a bunch of other homebrew cards on there. I mean, support these developers. Buy their software. Some of these people they offer the ability to download it and pay for like a ROM or even just pay what you want. I mean, they offer it for free, but they're open to donations with some of these developers out there. But I highly recommend Amoeba Jump. It's a really fun game. It's very simple. You just jump from platform to platform, collecting the letters to spell out amoeba, and then you get like a boost. And I mean, it's so simple that it's fun and enjoyable to me. I just really like it. I probably drive my wife crazy with the sounds it makes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been very fun for me to make these videos. I'm starting to actually feel a little bit more comfortable with this, feeling more outspoken, feeling I can be more like myself. I'm not so nervous now. I still am a little bit nervous and uneasy about making videos. It's just not something I've ever really done. But you guys have a very enjoyable day, and I'll see you later. Probably coming up next, I'm probably going to move away from consoles and probably do an old computer, so just keep an eye out for the next video. Have a good one.